Hey guys, today we are going to be installing the COBB ACCESSPORT V3 on our Gen 2 MAZDASPEED3. Some of the many reasons for doing this will be to reprogram the factory ECU as we further modify the vehicle, monitor vehicle sensor data, read and clear engine diagnostic trouble codes, among a few other things. Well, let's get started. COBB recommends turning off all electronics and lights on the vehicle, as well as using a battery charger to prevent loss of battery during the install. Inside of the box, you will find the COBB access port, the interchangeable blue faceplate, the COBB access port holder, the COBB access port carrying case, the access port holster mount, the OBD2 cable which goes into your vehicle, and the access port itself, along with the COBB access port quick start guide. With the vehicle in the off position, plug the OBD2 cable into the OBD2 port under the dash of the vehicle. I have used the provided 3M mount to attach the access port to my dash. Connect the small end of the OBD2 cable to the port on the bottom of the access port. Turn the key to the on position, turn off all AC, heater fans, and headlights. The engine should not be running. Select Install to proceed with installation. The access port will attempt to automatically determine the target vehicle for installation. If it is correct, press OK to confirm. Next, select the map that most closely matches the modification level of your vehicle. As a reminder, a car battery charger is recommended for the installation process. The access port will now save your stock ECU data, allowing you to return to stock programming if so desired. With the stock ECU data saved, the access port reprograms the vehicle's ECU with new program data and calibration parameters from the selected map file. With your new base map fully installed, the access port will request that you turn the vehicle to the off position for 5 to 10 seconds before returning it to the on position. Once you have returned the vehicle to the on position, press the continue button on the access port. The access port will now clear any prior trouble codes on your vehicle's ECU. With the clearing of trouble codes being successful, the access port will prompt you to turn the vehicle off to complete the installation. Be sure to visit www.cobbtuning.com/appmanager to keep your access port up to date with all the latest firmware and maps. The ability to display between 1 and 6 gauges, data log, and configure a shift light to your needs are just some of the many features on the new COBB ACCESSPORT V3. Inside of the access port menu, there's the Help section, the Setup section, where we can change the language or change our units of readout from imperial to metric and metric with AFR. In the Gauges section, I currently have 6 gauges displayed. You may select any of the gauges and change them to a parameter of your liking, whether that be air-to-fuel ratio, fuel pressure, coolant temperature, or boost pressure, or any parameter your OBD2 port has access to. You can configure your gauge layout to read anywhere from 1 to 6 gauges, change the units of readout from imperial to metric or metric with AFR. You can configure your data logging, or to configure your shift light, which will adjust the RPM of the shift light. You can change it higher or lower as you see fit. Going back to the main menu, we have the Performance section to measure 0 to 60 mile per hour, quarter mile times, and estimated wheel horsepower with the dynamometer. Below that, we have the Troubleshooting section where we can clear and read codes, the Tuning section to change the map or show the current map we are running. You can uninstall the access port from your vehicle, and we have User Tools where we can save and back up ECU data. To show you the shift light function, I've set my shift light to 3000 RPM.
Hey everyone, I've had my COBB Access port for just about a week now, and I cannot believe the difference in power. Hands down the best product I've installed so far. Installation was a breeze, easily mounted to the dash, and couldn't be easier to navigate through to customize it to my needs. Well, stay tuned and we'll be bringing you more install videos for the Gen 2 MAZDASPEED3 as the weeks go by. Thanks for watching.